Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of the DaVinci Resolve Essential tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 10 and here I will be showing you guys by using text in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, here I'll be showing how you can actually put on some titles, lower thirds, okay, and different kind of things over here, okay, related to the text, how you can manage the font size, okay, the tracking and all of this. Okay, so let's not waste time and let's get started on using text in DaVinci Resolve. So here, as you guys can see, now I am here back again at the same workspace which I was working on. Okay, so now if you want to put on some titles or any lower thirds here down or here on the top, okay, to this particular video, you will be able to do that from here as well. Okay, so for that first you need to go to the effects option again. Okay, and from the effects option you guys can see I do have the option for titles. Okay, so I do have different titles, fusion titles. If you want to put any kind of subtitle, okay, you guys can also put some subtitle file over here. Okay, so for me what I'm going to do is here, as you guys can see, I can also get a view of how it actually looks over here. Okay, so here you guys can see. Okay, and now if I just come to this part over here, if you want to put it some simple titles, okay, you guys will be able to put some simple titles over here. Okay, so first thing I will show you guys this one. So I will just drag and drop this file, okay, and bring this in top over here. Maybe I will just decrease the size of this audio. Okay, so I will just decrease the size of this audio and decrease the video panel here as well a little bit. Okay, so come here again, decrease the size of the video panel, and from here what I can do is I will select this one and bring it over here, and right over on top I am going to put this text. Okay, so here as you guys can see I can just bring this thing down over here. Okay, and maybe I'll take this down kind of like this, and I will delete all the empty tracks. Okay, so I will just delete all the empty tracks which are here. So now what you can do is you can just come over here, and as you guys can see now if I want to view this title settings, okay, so for that what I can do is I will come here. Okay, I will just select this, and here you guys can see I do have this thing over here. Okay, so from here I can actually type the title. Okay, so suppose I want to write Las Vegas, USA. Okay, so I will just write this thing up. Okay, and now if you want to change the font type, okay, so there comes the next thing, which is the type of font which you're going to use. Okay, so maybe I will just take this OCRA extended. Okay, I will take this one, and from here you can also choose the color of the text. Okay, you can just move this thing around, and now you guys can see which one looks the best. Okay, so from here you guys can select which one looks better over here, and you guys can click on OK. And in this coloring option, if you want to custom any color, okay, if you want to add some customized colors, you guys can add here, which you'll frequently use. Suppose if I want to take this particular green, you can also add this here in your custom color palette. And now I will use this one, and you can just click on OK. And sometimes what you can also do is you can just go to a few of the websites, and from there you will be able to get the color code, and from here you will be able to put those color code over into this particular panel and click on OK, and you guys will be able to see that. Okay, so from here I can actually increase the size. Okay, if I want to increase the tracking, or if I want to decrease the tracking, I can just decrease the tracking somewhat over here. So tracking is the space between the letters. If you want to increase it, you can increase it from here. If you want to decrease it, you can decrease it from here as well. Okay, so this was about the tracking. Okay, suppose here right now if I come to this point, and instead of writing over here, I will come and I'll just click on enter. So now as you guys can see, I do have this thing quite like this. And from here, if you want to increase the line spacing, you guys can also increase or decrease the line spacing kind of like this. Okay, and here you guys can see the V anchor. Okay, if you want to put it kind of here in the down, if you want to put it here in the center, or if you want to put it here in top, you guys can do that. And you can actually adjust the V axis wherever you want to put it. Okay, if you want to get this thing, and if you want to justify the V, okay, you guys can also justify this line. Okay, and suppose if you want to keep this thing here in one corner, okay, so you can do that. If you want to keep this thing here in the center, you can do that. And if you want to justify it to the right, you guys can do that from here. Okay, and the same thing, you can also actually change the spacing over here. If you want to customize it, you guys can do that. And from here, you can also change the anchor point of the H. Okay, if you want to justify, you can justify from here. Okay, and if you want to work here with this line direction, you guys will be able to work with this particular thing from here as well. Okay, so vertical, reverse vertical. Okay, so this is how you guys can also put this thing. Okay, but I will come here and I will just select the automatic one. Okay, you can also select the line direction. Okay, and from here, okay, if you just want to put some cut through like this, okay, you guys can do that. If you want to put some line just underneath your text, you guys can also do that particular thing right up here as well. Okay, I will just off this one and off this one over here as well. Okay, and here if you want to use the right on, okay, you guys can also use the right on from here. Okay, so if you just activate this thing using these keyframes, which we'll learn in the next class. Okay, so this was the basic about text. So here you guys can come here in this particular type. Okay, if you want to add any background to it, okay, from here you guys can do that. Otherwise, if you come here, if I want a green background, I can come here, I can click for a green background. Okay, suppose I will take this particular color, or I want to choose this color, okay, or a red, or anything which kind of matches this one. I can just put here this color as well. Okay, so here you guys can see this is how it will actually look. And if I don't want to put up any colors, in that case, I can also do that. Just put up normal black over here. Okay, and click on OK. And maybe I need to change the text color. Okay, from here, maybe I will go for something like this. And I'll just click on OK. And also what I can do is if I want to transform this one, okay, the spacing, I can do that from here. Okay, if I want to give this thing a rotation, okay, so from here, if I want to give this thing a slight rotation kind of like this, I will be able to do that. Some rotation on the y-axis, or here in the x-axis, if I want to give this thing a rotation, I will be able to do that from here as well. And if you want to directly adapt it with the width of the angle, you guys can do that. Okay, so again, what I'll do is I will come here. Okay, and from here you guys can see there are different options how you can work this thing out, the order. Okay, and now if you want to share this thing up, you guys will be able to share this thing up from here. Okay, so for that, let me just take something bold. Okay, so different. Yeah, let me take this one. And now again, go to the transform option. And from here, if I just want to share this thing up, we can do that. And in the y-axis, if you want to do this thing, you guys will be able to do that from here as well. So now let's come here in the shading option. Okay, so in the shading option, okay, you guys can see. So here you guys can actually add some shading over here. If you want to use this, you guys can actually change the opacity, and there are different blending modes, okay, which you can also use over here. And if you want to increase the thickness, you guys will be able to change the thickness. So this just gives you kind of like an mask, okay, which you can work on with here. Okay, and what kind of appearance do you want to put over here? If you want the border fill, you guys can do that. Otherwise, can select this one or just the basic letter over here. Okay, and you guys can come here. Maybe I'll select this one. Okay, and where you want to put, like the outside only. Okay, or here adapt to the perspective or the clean intersections. Okay, you guys have that option here as well. If you want to join any particular style over here, you guys will be able to do that. Okay, and here if you want this kind of in a dashed line, okay, you guys can do that. If you want it in dot, you can do that. Okay, dash and dot, this is a mixture of the dash and dot over here and dash and dot here as well. So I'll just take the solid from here, and from here I can basically work on with the color over here. Okay, so here I can just change the color kind of like this. And here, if you want to work on with the softness, if you want to add some softness to it, you guys can add some softness in the y-axis or the x-axis. If you want to give this thing a glow, you guys can increase this one and also blend it according to yourself. Okay, and if you want to come up here, okay, if you want to increase the size, okay, you can increase the size of the letters from here. If you want to increase the size from the y-axis, you guys can do that. So now let's come to this image option. Okay, so here I don't have any image yet. So if I wanted to change the width and all, I won't be able to do that for now. Okay, so from here, if I want to apply any mask or anything, I will be able to do that. So these are few of the advanced features. And now again, if I want to do some keyframing of only this particular thing, which is my text, okay, I can directly come here, and from the settings I can actually work on with the transform. Okay, I have already explained to you guys. If you want to crop this thing down, okay, we will learn about the keyframing later. Okay, so this is about that. Okay, so we can basically bring this thing quite down here, and what I can do is I can just bring this thing kind of like this, and it will just disappear over here when it comes. Okay, so this is how you can actually use this particular thing. And there are different fusion titles which you can also use over here. Okay, you guys can see they also do have an animation already over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, you guys can actually get a preview. Okay, so they already do have an animation. Okay, so you guys can check which one looks good. So suppose if I want to take this one, I will break this one and I will just put this one here somewhere. Okay, come here in the title option. Okay, and now you guys can actually type what you want. And maybe I will just type the vibe over here and select extra bold. Okay, and I want to put up this color over here and just click on OK, or maybe it will just match the color. So I will just put up a maroon and I'll click on OK, and here you guys can see I do have this. If I want to increase the size, I can just increase the size from here. Okay, if you wanna change the positioning, you guys will be able to change the positioning from here. Okay, and I'll just come right around here and I will just bring this thing here in this part. Okay, so I will just bring this thing. If I want to check the line width, okay, so here you guys can see this is basically the line which I do have here. Okay, if you guys can see properly. Okay, and from here I can actually choose the line color. Okay, so if I take a blue color and if I click on OK, here you guys can see the line color over here. And right now what I can also do is I can just change the settings from here. If I come to the controls, okay, if I want to change the opacity of those things, I will be able to change the opacity of those things here as well. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to work on with your. So there are different options how you can actually work around with the text. So from here, you guys, if you want to delete this one, you guys can come here and just off this thing up. Okay, And if you just want to on it again, you guys can come here and just on it from here again. Okay. If you want to reset this one, you guys will be able to reset all of this from here as well. Otherwise, if you want to delete, come here, select this one and just click on the delete button from there. Okay. And now this is the final result of my video. Okay. So let's play this thing up. Okay. And here, as you guys can see, I do have my title over there. And now, as you guys will be able to see, I do have this thing, okay, which consists of this animation. I do have those things over here. Okay. So from here as well, if I wanna check out the hue and the saturation, I can actually do that. Here you guys can see if I wanna make it kind of more if I just want to change the opacity, I can change the opacity. If I want to change the alpha, you guys can see I will be able to do that from here as well. Okay. So you guys can work with this particular stuff here as well. So hope you guys have understood this class on how you can put your titles, your lower thirds, use text in over here. Okay, so if I just select this text, if I come down, if I want to crop this particular thing, I will be able to crop this thing down from here. If I want to transform, I will be able to transform those things down from here as well. Okay, so these are the basic settings. Okay, so here as you guys can see, it is directly taking me to the Fusion. Okay, we will be learning about this in our later classes. So directly, if I want to work on with any particular text with the Fusion over here, okay, so I can directly work for any motion graphics, VFX, okay, we can do things like that. Okay, so hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone. And I hope you guys have understood the class on text in detail from here. See you all. Take care.